everyone, welcome to the Mufasa book readings. Yes, you heard correct. The book readings are back, and we are reading from Simon Sinek's book titled Start With Why. I hope you really enjoy the book, and let's get right into it. Chapter 5: Clarity, Discipline, and Consistency. Nature abhors a vacuum. In order to promote life, Mother Nature attempts to find balance whenever possible. When life is destroyed because of a forest fire, for example, nature will introduce new life to replace it. The existence of a food chain in any ecosystem in which each animal exists as food for another is a way of maintaining balance. The golden circle, grounded in natural principles of biology, obeys the need for balance as well. As I've discussed, when the why is absent, imbalance is produced and manipulations thrive. And when manipulations thrive, uncertainty increases for buyers, instability increases for sellers, and stress increases for all. Starting with why is just the beginning. There is still work to be done before a person or organization earns the right or ability to inspire. For the golden circle to work, each of the pieces must be in balance and in right order. Clarity of why. It all starts with clarity. You have to know why you do what you do. If people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. So it follows that if you don't know why you do what you do, how will anyone else? If the leader of an organization can't clearly articulate why the organization exists in terms beyond its products or services, then how does he expect the employees to know why to come to work? If a politician can't articulate why she seeks public office beyond the standard to serve the people, the minimum rational standard for all politicians, then how will the voters know whom to follow? Manipulations can motivate the outcome of an election, but they don't help choose who should lead. To lead requires those who willingly follow. It requires those who believe in something bigger than a single issue. To inspire starts with the clarity of why, discipline of how. Once you know why you do what you do, the question is, how will you do it? How's are your values or principles that guide how to bring your course to life? How do we manifest in the systems and processes within an organization and culture, understanding how you do things, and more importantly, having the discipline to hold the organization and all its employees accountable to those guiding principles enhances organization's ability to work to its natural strengths. Understanding how gives greater ability, for example, to hire people or find partners who will naturally thrive when working with you. Ironically, the most important question with the most elusive answer, why you do what you do, is actually quite simple and efficient to discover, and I'll share that in later chapters. It's the discipline to never veer from your course, to hold yourself accountable to how you do things. That's the hardest part, making it even more difficult for ourselves. We remind ourselves of our value by writing them on the wall as nouns. Integrity, honesty, innovation, communication, for example. But nouns are not actionable. They are things. You can't build systems or even develop incentives around those things. It's nearly impossible to hold people accountable to nouns. A little more innovation today, if you would please, Bob. And if you have to write honesty on your wall to remind you to do it, then you probably have bigger problems anyway. For values or guiding principles to be truly effective, they have to be verbs. It's not integrity. It's always to do the right thing. It's not innovation. It's look at the problem from a different angle. Articulating our values as verbs gives us a clear idea. We have a clear idea of how to act in any situation. We can hold each other accountable to them to measure or even build incentives around them. Telling people to have integrity doesn't guarantee that their decisions will always keep customers or clients' best interest in mind. Telling them to always do right, the right thing does. I wonder what values Samsung had written on the wall when they developed that rebate that wasn't applicable to people living in apartment buildings. The Golden Circle offers an explanation for long-term success, but the inherent nature of doing things for the long term often includes investments or short-term costs. This is the reason the discipline to stay focused on the why and remain true to your value matters so much. Consistency of what? Everything you say and everything you do has to prove what you believe. A why is just a belief. That's all it is. How's the actions you take to realize that belief? And the whats are the results of those actions. Everything you say and do, your products, services, marketing, PR, culture, and whom you hire, if people don't buy what you do, but buy why you do it, then all these things must be consistent. With consistency, people will see and hear without a shadow of doubt what you believe. After all, we live in a tangible world. The only way people will believe what you do is by the things you say and do. And if you are not consistent in the things you say and do, no one will believe what you believe. It is at the what level that authenticity happens. Authenticity is a word so often bandied about in the corporate and political worlds. Everyone talks about the importance of being authentic. You must be authentic, experts say. All the trend data shows that people prefer to do business with authentic brands. People vote for the authentic candidate. The problem is that instruction is totally unactionable. How do you go into somebody's office and say, from now on, please, a little more authenticity? That marketing piece you're working on, a CEO must instruct. Please make it a little more authentic. What do companies do to make their marketing or their sales or whatever they are doing authentic? The common solution is hilarious. They go out and do customer research and ask customers, what would we have to tell you for us to be authentic? This entirely misses the point. You can't ask others what you have to be authentic in. Being authentic means that you already know. What does a politician say when to be more authentic? How does a leader act more authentically? Without a clear understanding of why, the instruction is completely useless. What authenticity means is that your golden circle is in balance. It means that everything you say and everything you do actually believe. This goes for management as well as employees. Thank you so much for joining today's book reading. I hope you don't forget to like, comment, share to your family and friends, and be part of our beautiful community. Thanks for watching. Bye.